We just finished our talk with Governor Gary Johnson, and now we're with Governor Weld, who's the Libertarian vice presidential candidate. Thank you so much for joining us on Kitco News, Governor.
Thanks so much.
So, as I mentioned to Governor Johnson, Trump, Clinton in a dead heat, but the Libertarian Party now picking up some steam here. How do you see the election unfolding for you?
Coming up a little bit. I mean, Gary is polling at around 12 and 13%, 11%, but that's as opposed to 5%, several months ago. So we're getting within hailing distance of 15%, which is the rule of thumb for getting into the presidential debates. I think we have enough time left, so we'll almost definitely get into those debates, and that's a big deal.
So we're still waiting for Hillary Clinton's pick here for vice president. We heard Donald Trump announce Pence as his running mate. How are you preparing to go up against him?
Well, I think, Trump is the guy at the top of the ticket, and if I get in the debate with Governor Pence, I'll be asking him about Mr. Trump's proposal to have essentially a closed economy, no free trade, no competition with other nations. I mean, it's a throwback to the 18th century, or a throwback to the Smoot-Hawley tariff of the 1920s that wrecked the world economy. It's totally unthinkable in my view, and Mr. Trump has proposed essentially to rip up all our treaties and disregard our obligations under international agreements like the World Trade Organization. It would be a lion's step backwards, and we're not going to let him off the mat for that.
Well, let's talk about your economic platform and how it really differs than the Republican one and the Democratic one. What stand out for you here?
Well, number one is we are for free trade. We believe in free trade in both goods and services internationally. We favor the Trans-Pacific Partnership. We think that's virtually a no-brainer. It gives us a seat at the table in Asia with 11 other nations, not including China. So it's something that it would take years of diplomacy to get. So that's number one. And Mr. Trump's call for a closed economy is an enormous step backwards for the United States. We have by far the greatest productivity per worker of any country in the world. So we're always going to benefit from free and open trade. And the jobs that we get from that are going to be high-wage jobs. You might lose a few low-wage jobs, but the answer to that is more aggressive retraining and resettlement policies for those areas of the country where a given industry may slide back or even move. And we can no longer have the situation which obtained in my father's generation. If you were 50 years old and you lost your job, you were plumb out of luck. With the aging of the population and people working as long as they are now and are going to, we cannot have that be the case. So I think it's the duty of the government to address the market failure, if you will, that leaves people like that out of luck. So a little bit more aggressive there.
Governor Weld, best of luck with your campaign. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. And thank you for watching our coverage on Kitco News. Stay tuned. We'll have much more for you on Kitco.com. Thanks for watching.